All right, sorry for the interruption there. I had to step away for a moment, so this will be a continuation of our last video. We were just about to start number 16 in the linear equations in one variable. Again, if you need definitions, I encourage you to go back and watch the first few in this sequence. FC1 is our question code that we're starting with this video. All right, what are the following is equivalent? Okay, this actually feels like a linear equivalence, but there's a whole section called nonlinear equivalence, but that's a whole other sequence. All right, so 4x plus 6, give it a shot, equals 12. We want the equivalent form. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and divide by the greatest common factor here, which is 2. So that's going to give us 2x plus 3 equals 6, which is D. If you divide by a greatest common factor, that is often going to just give you the answer right away. 17, we got CFA. We got a pound of grapes is $2. How many dollars is C pounds of grapes? So that's 2C. That's A. Right? If a thing costs $2 per unit, you buy C units. $2 times those numbers. Yeah, don't miss that one. All right, E9C. All right, principal use 25 flags. Go ahead and give it a shot before I try it. 20 blue flags, how many yellow flags were used? Okay. So we've got blue plus yellow equals 25. We have 20 blues. That means we must have 5 yellows, right? So y equals 5, that's A. Again, very simple. 19. 697. X equals 11. You blink at it and you get the correct answer on that one. Yeah, I don't know what to say there. Just divide the 8, dang it. 20. Man, we had some real hard ones, but then we have some real easy ones in this category. Looking at the answer choices, we have linear functions again here. There's a whole bunch going on in those. None of these are like a standard form. So we really got to know what these numbers are doing. What do they represent? So let's read through. Product is $65 to make. That's a cost. Sold by a person whose commission is 20% of the price. Not the cost, but the price. The profit they make is equal to the sales price. So the price minus the cost and the commission. And the commission is a percentage of the price. If the sales price of the product is $100, so $100 minus the cost, minus the total combined cost, plus 20% as a decimal is 0.2 times 100, which is the following gives us the number of units U to make a profit of, and the profit is this whole thing times U equals 68.40. Wow, that's an interesting question. All right, see if we have anything similar here going on. We have 100 minus 65 plus 0.2. 100. Yeah, this is probably going to be A because we've got 100 here and 100 here. If we factor that off, we get 100 times 1 or minus 65 minus 0.2. Is that right? No, something is weird there. Hold up. Hold up. All right, let's go ahead and distribute that negative. 100 minus 65 minus 0.2 times 100. All of that times u. Oh, interesting. Okay. 0.2. Well, D is out because it has the plus 65 on there. We know it's a cost, so it's going to be minus 65. Okay, I still kind of like A. It's a bit weirdly written. This 100 should be multiplied there. It's a bit weirdly written, but let's take a look at what's going on inside the parentheses here. So because it's the property of adding and subtracting, the order of this doesn't matter. So I'm going to group together the 100 and the 0.2 times 100 minus 65, and that whole thing is times u. Because these two terms have the 100 in it, you can actually write that as 100 times 1 minus 0.2. We can understand that as like 80% of the total. Minus 65. You can see where this is going, hopefully. And that indeed is going to be A. Yeah, I was pretty sure of it earlier, but I just wanted to confirm it with the algebra there. So that's interesting. That actually is like a hard question. That's another one where I think that would probably be an ending question. Let's go ahead and go all the way up to number 25 or 30 in this video. Let's see how we're doing on time. 7 minutes in. All right. Go ahead and give this one a shot before I explain it. C9A. All right, 3 more than means 3 plus. 8 times a number, 8x, is equal to 83. Boom, done. So 3 plus 8x equals 83. That's D. Just converting the language into an expression. You get real weird like hard ones, and then you get real easy ones. It's interesting. All right, we got code 454. And then we've got this linear function here. They'd say it has infinitely many solutions. Remember from the earlier videos that infinitely many solutions means the left-hand side of the expression is exactly equal to the right-hand side of the expression. So distributing A, we get 3A minus AX minus B equals -1 minus 2x. So if the coefficient on x is A, in both cases, that means A is 2. So that means it's either A or B, and our answer choice is there. And the B value, like B, is going to be 3A minus B equals -1. So A we determined is 2, so plugging that in, we get 6 minus B equals -1. So B must be 7. Because, of course, you add that over, and you get 7. So that's going to be B. Not too bad, but you got to know the terms. That was our 22nd question. Okay, 22, 23, code 0D1. Give it a shot before I explain. So it's simply just asking for 4x equals. Don't solve all the way down to x. We got a 4x in the expression. Just subtract the 6 over, and you get 4x equals 12. So that's real simple. Don't solve all the math if you don't have to. Okay, 24, B32. And I'm going to go ahead and I had to cut the last video short. I didn't get a chance to grade my last set of work. And I realized I did this actually in the linear functions review too. I'm going to have to go back and fix that one. Either way, let's go ahead and get this one done. So they say it has no solution. This stuff like k and n are constants, n is greater than 1, doesn't really help us. I don't think it's going to help us anyway. The real key there is that it has no solution, meaning that the slopes are the same. So distributing the 2, you get 2k as the slope, 2kx minus 2n. That means that for the slopes, yeah, we don't really care about n. Ignore that. So 2k is equal to negative 28 over 15. Divide the 2 over, you get k equals negative 28 over 30. That would reduce, of course, to negative, what? Divide by 2. What's the greatest common multiple here? Yeah, 2. And you get 14 over 15. Okay, moving right along. Big old word problem, 25. 7b1. Excuse me. All right, go ahead and give it a shot. Let's dive right in. We don't care that it's corn. Who cares? Who cares? Next 12 days, who cares? Scientists found the height increased by 1.2 per day. Okay, that's our slope. 1.2 per day. If the height of the plant on the last day of the study was 36.8, so 12 comma 36.8 is a coordinate point. Was the height at the beginning of the study. So they're looking for the y-intercept, the b value. So if y equals 1.2d plus b and 12 comma 3 points, or 12 comma 36.8 exists on the line, we can just plug those in. 36.8 equals 1.2 d plus, not d, 12 plus b, and solve for b. 1.2 times 12 is 114.4, I believe. 144 is 12 squared, plus b equals 36.8. Subtract 14.4 over, minus 14.4, and we get 22.4 is our b value. Pretty sure on that one, unless I made a calculation error. Just going to double check with the calculator. 1.2 times 12, yep, 14.4. 36.8 minus 14.4, 22.4. All right, very good. That was number 25. Up to 12 minutes now. 26. 9, storage bin, same price. Okay, coupon is $63 off. Cost of the entire purchase after the coupon is 27. What was the original price for one bin? Okay, so 9 times the cost minus 63 is equal to 27. And that's why this is linear. 9 times the original cost minus the coupon is $27. So add that over. 9x equals 27 plus 63 is 100. Nice number there. Is that 100? No, that's 90. It's even nicer. Man, I should not do these things late at night. All right. Yeah, that's 90. So x is 10. 27. Code 52C. Give it a shot before I explain. How many solutions exist? It's a linear function. There's only one solution. Like, it's not squared. It's not square rooted. So B. They didn't ask if it was an integer. They didn't give a restriction that it was positive or negative. They didn't say it couldn't be a decimal or a whole number or anything. All those are real numbers. All those are real solutions. So 2x plus 4 equals 10. There's one number that will make that true. I don't know what that number is. I don't care what that number is. I know that there is one of them. What value is that? X is the solution, so you just subtract the 40 and you get x equals 55. 29. That's code 893. What was the value of 9x? So Easiest thing to do here is divide the 2 and actually solve for x. I've showed you guys how you can just manipulate it to get to the thing they want to find. Here, the numbers don't line up very nicely unless you multiply by like 4.5 or something like that. You could do that. Just solve for x, though. X is 6. 9 times 6 is, what, 54? That's code 284. And finally, question 30. 0CA. All right, we've got 5t plus 3 minus 7t plus 3 equals 38. What value of t is the solution? Okay, so you could just combine these. Remember earlier I mentioned that if you have a repeated term, you could just imagine that that's one thing. So 5a minus 7a gives us negative 2a, but a is t plus 3, right? So t plus 3 equals 38. Negative 2t plus 3 equals 38. Divide the negative 2 over, you get t plus 3 equals negative 19. Subtract the 3, t is negative 22. And you can get negative answers on the digital format. All right, let's go ahead and check our work. We'll start all the way from number 11 because the last video got cut off. So C28. Here we go. 35 EDC is A. FED is, uh-oh. I put A. Infinitely many. I must have messed up the math on that. My first mistake in about 100 questions. All right, I do make mistakes. Let's see. What did I mess up here? I copied it down wrong. I wrote 18 here. That ain't right. That's a 10. How did I get 18 from that? All right, I copied it down wrong. Goes to show that careless errors can happen. All right, so that's clearly not it. All right, so that's 10x. Obviously, negative 15 times negative 10 is indeed 150x, and those are exactly the same formula, so indeed C is the correct answer there. Duh. All right, moving on. Don't dwell on your errors, learn from them. So code D7 is answer A. 48 over 51. 16 over 17. Let's see if that reduces. 48. That is 0.94. Yeah, that does equal the same thing. And of course, the test should accept either one. FC1 is D, CFA is A, E9C is A, 697 is A, 72 is A, C9A is D, 454 is B, 0D1 C, negative 14 over 15, 71 we got, where is it? 22.4, there we go. Number 26 is, what is that, number 10? Yep, 10. 52C, we got B. 893, we got 55, we got 54. We got, for the last one, negative 22. All right. Phew, one error, and it's simply because I copied the darn thing down wrong. All right. Thank you for watching. Again, as always, if you learned anything, give a thumbs up and a subscribe. If you saw any better ways to do any of these, if you have any criticisms, comments, observations, feel free to leave a comment in the section below. Thank you for your time.